What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review a 2009 mixtape by Shawty Low, D4L. Basically, this particular project is called Shawty Balboa, and it came out in the winter of 2009. Now, within pitched amongst it here, as far as these physically happened, particularly Shawty Low was on a hit, particular mixtape type spree after his classic and solid debut album Within Pitch Like That, Units in the City from early 2008. Now, so Within Pitches, he had dropped mixtapes in a solo-wise type tip as far back as like at least early 2007, Pitch Like That. So the hit type, so it's the collective of hit type phrase. Now, for folks who don't as full-blown know, don't remember D4L as full-blown much. They had a couple hit songs from D4L had a couple hit songs in ringtone and snap rap back in the mid-2000s, particularly one of which was the #1 single Laffy Taffy, the other one of which was Bet You Can't Do It Like Me, that didn't chart as full bound, but was definitely is an excellent follow-up punch to Laffy Taffy than pitches like that. Very underappreciated nowadays than pitch like that. But yeah, particularly Shawty Low is not on the Laffy Taffy song, but he is on Bet You Can't Do It Like Me. So it's hit pitches. Within the reality, for folks who don't as full-bound know, Shawty Low didn't really like Laffy Taffy that much. Not as full-bound as kind of pitch. He was trying to do more trap, more so than ringtone type rap back in those particular days, the mid-2000s kind of pitch. Now Fabo, it's not to say full-bound there was discrepancy, but Fabo was trying to get towards it's not to say there was full-blown discrepancy, but it was kind of the jostle as far as saying that the particular pitch, the tone as to how things I think was wanted back in those D4L type days was more the pitch of getting towards more songs, obviously like Laffy Taffy pitch like that, but it's kind of as far as saying that D4L, the Down for Life album from 2005 was kind of in certain senses a trap album. It did have some traces of ringtone type rap and snap rap on there, but it was kind of like a front within more or less type sense. It's kind of like the product to sell the album as far as this pitch out, but it was songs off Down for Life like I'm the Man and some of those type ones like that were kind of pitch it just more trap type tunes pitch like that. But that was kind of the jostle. It fell apart afterwards just because of that particular, not as full bound type reason, but it was just kind of pitch to the composition kind of behind it. But nowadays, I find myself definitely wishing for like further D4L type albums. It's very vastly unfortunate that they did not drop, especially somewhere in like 2007 or 2008. Would have been some hit type pitches. There's a number of phrases that needed to happen. Like a Fabo album would have been real blistering and excellent. A Stuntman and Mook B, some of their type albums would have been pretty excellent type pitches. Those are the other two members of D4L, and then Shawty Low did drop an album in early 2008. Now he's kind of panned as a lyricist within the fair. Shawty Low is kind of a folk that is kind of seen as like he's a particular folk that folks tend to hate on amidst like the capital typeness, like the ringtone type era. But Units in the City definitely has some gems on their hit songs like They Know, Foolish, and Dun Dun, pitch like that. But the hit type phrase that he had products throughout 2009, so the pitches. He got a hit song called ATL/Atlanta, which came out in the fall of 2009, which had his second largest hit after They Know, pitched like that, and the other two singles from Units in the City, Foolish and Dun Dun. But it's pitched for saying he was on a good mixtape spree in 2009. He was originally going to drop an album called Carlos, pitched like that just never came out. I waited for a good spell for that particular album. I was excited for that particular album, hearing about it when it was supposed to come out in early 2009, then summer 2010, and so on. Pitch like that. He was going to sign to G-Unit, so on and so forth. But pitch far saying this is some good follows. Now within the pitch, the fray amongst this mixtape here, Shawty Balboa, pitch like that is the fray as far as talking about that it has like a series of songs that are over 2.5 and 3 minutes, pitch like that. But most of this particular product is kind of comprised of like 45-second to about a minute 50-second type songs and pitch like that. There are 37 approximate songs on this mixtape, and at least 16 of those are remixes, kind of Shawty Low kind of taking vocals from some of his previous songs. Like verses from like They Know and Break Your Ankles and like Foolish and some of those type ones like that, and throwing them on like some differential type beats. He does that to like Crack a Bottle. He does that to Break Your Ankles. He does that to Freaky Girl by Gucci Mane and Lil Kim and Ludacris, some stuff Ferris and some stuff pitches like that. There's one to Duffel Bag Boy by Play a Circle. There's one to Particularly Stupid by OJ the Juice Man. There's one to Trap House by Gucci Mane. There's a number of Gucci Mane verses on here, which is definitely pretty wicked and dope as far as those pitch excellent type pitches. I like their collaborations. Got 'em for the LO from Units in the City as a real hit type one. Gucci Mane was on another song. And Units in the City, I don't remember his full bound, but good pitch like that as far as those pitches. I'm definitely good, nice classic pitches getting two banner type trap rappers. So that's kind of pitch for us. And Shawty Low kind of is a pioneer trap music kind of within the pitch that the mixtape type movement that was getting ready to happen in the early 2010s. Shawty Low was kind of a product of that, but the surprising factor about it is, I didn't. It's very as far as saying that Shawty Low has a little bit more steady, kind of like a transit, more so than the fray of just going directly from 2000s kind of trap, like T.I. from like the Urban Legend type days, like what. Like You Don't Know Me and Bring 'Em Out and some of those type pitches, getting towards like the product of like 2010s type trap, like particular songs by Gucci Mane, like the Trap God mixtape and some of those ones like that, and Waka Flocka with Hard in the Paint and some of those type pitches. It's kind of phrase for us in drill type ones, late 2010s type trap. It's kind of pitch that some of these type phrases have left over, kind of the pitch of vibes of Killer Mike, Outkast, T.I. from Paper Trail, a little bit of OJ the Juice Man in there. There are just some graftings that kind of happen within those curriculum of pitches that kind of, in certain senses, going from like mid 2007 with ringtone type rap to like mid 2009, which quickly became drill and trap within pitch like that. Just the abrupt kind of jolt kind of aspect of this, the difference and like the Fisher kind of it kind of became the pitch as far as saying that that's this kind of product. But there's some pitches here paying attention to some of these type ones that Shawty Low had a little bit more of like a cleaner kind of transaction with pitches like that, just some leftover type phrase. Just Outkast kind of abrupt departure pitch like that originally after Idlewild, Outkast kind of dissipated after a couple of songs that they dropped in 2007. It was kind of pitched as far as saying it's the same thing with 2008 as far as like the fairs that things were kind of going on with Rocco and Jeezy, some stuff, folks that were kind of doing well within pitch like that, but it's more to one hit wonder type territory, like I'ma Do Me and Put On, some stuff ones like that. So it's a pitch for saying the product, some of those stuff areas just has a little bit cleaner transaction within pitch like that as far as like the phrase that just getting to some of those stuff ones. It's not strictly just like drill and it's not just strictly like drill and kind of carnivorous kind of full-bound shit-based type bangs on here. Now, he does have like some Zaytov and Gucci Mane type flips on here, good pitch like that for like some trap and future kind of style running out pitch like that, but this album has some tear up on here to get towards that within pitches, but it's the product as far as saying it's not every single song out of these 36 songs within pitch like that. There's a little bit of Hypnotic on here, but it's not as much full-bound designated to like the ones where you're gonna have like the adamant the active and adamant type product of like full bound kind of puking out in the yard sounds depicted as Parkside type consistent tear up. And it's not as much of a full bound kind of talk about romp type one either. So it's a pitch for us, and just the pitch as far as some of these type ones. Just being able to say there's more kind of daytime type dredge on here. Definitely pitches of picking up donuts and like particular Twixes for divas as far as these pitches. I'm just kind of more within the aspect of like the sunny kind of 2 o'clock, 2:45, 3:45 p.m. type dredge, going by Food for Less and some stuff places. Dollar Tree. Dollar General, some of the pitches picking up some of these type vibes from the pitch of just active pickups, picking up like Fago, and particularly not to say Fago's cheap, but the pitches, some of those type ones Fago and like Fago and Dr. Thunder, Dr. Pepper, definitely some of the pitches on top of that, just extra type phrase, just getting crunk pitch like that. McCormick vodka sends a pitch like that. Now it's not to say within sans the budget, but it's just gonna pitch a disc. Appreciating like the aspect of grocery kind of grocery kind of errandry with like the pitch as far as like the product of day dredge and like a paper trail type sense. So similar type formats to Live Your Life and some of those type ones pitch like that, and also like Shawty Low's out mixtape that was going to come out later in 2009, like Fright Nights, some good nice pitches, but it's kind of phrase as far as saying just active sun pitch like that. There are some house party type jumps in here and pitch like that, but yeah, we'll get towards it. Just being able to say, yeah, I goes in. There's 36 songs on this particular mixtape, and minus at least 13 of those within pitches like that are kind of the songs that I'm familiar with. Now there are some ones off here within sensitive pitches on top of that that are kind of to like some beats that I'm not as full bound kind of. There's a bunch of remixes on here where I'm not. There's a bunch of remixes on here. There's a bunch of remixes on here like My Kitchen remix and Chicken Talk remix that are remixes that I'm not familiar with. The original type ones stem from a pitch like that because I'm going to talk about them within a new type sense. But some of these are going to be shorter just from the pitch as far as saying just because they're only 50 seconds or a minute 15, something like that's the pitch for saying. But yeah, there's 13 songs that I'm familiar with pitches like that. Some of the stuff ones like Wrist Out the Window, which is a Rich Boy song, like I'm the Man, which is particularly from the D4L album, and like Gucci Bandana, which is a Soulja Boy song that came out in late 2008. Got Him for the LO, which has Gucci Bandana, which is on Eunice in the City. This Is the Life, which is from Rick Ross Sound. So some of those type pitches, there's a few of these. I'm going to at least talk about George Gelato again because I don't remember if I recommended that song back in early 2024 when I reviewed Eunice in the City. But I'm not going to talk about Ain't Telling You because I think I remember liking that one within pitch like that. But some of these stuff ones, Easily Approach is also off that particular album, but I knew that beforehand, so it's the pitch first and so. So there are some leftovers from like Units in the City that do pop up on this project pitch like that, but also the phrase as far as saying so I'm going to talk about at least 17 of these type ones that are either remixes or original songs within pitch that I'm less familiar with, in addition to one song, the 18th song, which is going to be George Gelato within pitch like that I just don't remember if I recommended back in those days. A pitch like that, but Units in the City is definitely a classic. But yeah, some of these type ones, so Icy's a hitting type one, says Gucci Mane on here. It's like a Chili Block, Daps, and Task to kind of get towards your good pitch like that. Task facilitates for these pitch guy and pick up like some cold brews pitch like that. Just some check-offs to get towards for these pitch guy within the outing type fray. It's kind of a wintry trap type song, so kind of getting Paper Trail type vibes. But the fair about Paper Trail within pitch like that, that's kind of more of a summer type album when you think of like Live Your Life, whatever you like, some stuff ones, and no matter what, pitch like that, Ready for Whatever, some stuff ones, and On Top of the World, those are kind of more springtime, summertime, mild kind of autumn type pitches. So it's kind of fair just getting like some winter type phrases, kind of miss the aspect of this chilly type weather pitch like that. It's a little bit of frost. A nice pitch to go towards that, and Gucci Mane's on that particular song as well. Good pitch like that. Stripes is a hitting type one as well. It's like a good brooding kind of newfangled I'ma Do Me that says Rocco on the hook. Now some of these type ones, some of these quick type ones are really short than pitch like that. Makes me question if there's like a full bound type version of this song. So it is pretty good. A lot of these are pretty excellent songs, but they're just kind of treats and appetizers with an aspect as far as saying they're just real quick kind of jolts in the arm as far as these pitching apps. It's the excellent type phrase as far as saying the excellent type phrase for saying Rick Ross kind of did this with like his Po Boy or Po type mixtape from mid-late 2008 as far as what's supposed to happen. But I question if these full bound songs are on YouTube or some other type trace of being able to find it, because some of these ones pretty good. But Stripes, yeah, has Rocco on the hook, newfangled I'ma Do Me pitch like that. It's more township about it. So I'ma Do Me is more of a club type song. This is kind of more one of those that once likes in Traffic Dredge. Just has more township kind of loom about it. So it's pitch as far as saying paying attention to some of that type of product. Just getting like an I'ma Do Me by Rocco, but just more with the pitch like a town surface kind of Traffic type Dredge. Pick up some things, get some errands done, taking care of pitch like that. Just kind of pick up licorice for Miss and pitch. Pick up licorice for Miss and pitch like that. So it's a tough phrase. Good aspects for us, supposed to but just good, nice spangledness. Don't Eye's a hitting type one off here as well as like a neighborhood jangle dredge to get to. Don't Eye's like a good, nice neighborhood jangle to get towards here. Just dredge around definitely. Some Paper Trail kind of usual ropings pitch like that. So some of these type ones are kind of like these summer evening type ones I was talking about that have leftover traces like Idlewild and pitch like that, hit type phrase similar to like Morris Brown and pitch like that. So some of those type phrase kind of in between like Idlewild and Paper Trail, some of those type pitch like that, just usual roping, some of these type fair. Some of these type fairs. This particular song, Don't I, also has Stuntman on here, so it's good pitches like that. A nice pitch as far as those pairs going to have. Another nice one off here. So yeah, George Gelato, I'm going to talk about this one. This is also unused in the city, but I don't remember if I recommended back in those days, so I'm going to get towards this here. It's like a good Outcast style kind of sports game and day relief to get towards here. Just Fritos. Definitely good, nice Fritos pickups and pitch like that. So it's up once with an excellent. Some of these type ones within the excellent type aspects. So fucking with songs like Morris Brown pitch like that, it's the same sort of phrase. Just standard Sunshine pitch like that. Just Chigger type music, excellent type tone within pitch like that. Just kind of sports game type wandering sense of pitches like that. Ball game, definitely good pitches like the phrase. Just kind of standard daps and the pitches, just easy. Few songs on here I definitely appreciate the vibe of within pitch like that, as far as like Fritos in hand, not just Fritos in like the bag where you bought it, but the actual pitch, to actually munching on a few within the pitch, like the goings on within the activeness of this. The curriculum of activity, just the enjoyment factor of getting towards some of that type of products. This kind of pitch is not just strictly the air and type traffic, but also the enjoyment factor of it on top of that. So good, nice pitches there. Supplier's a nice type 1. It's a good. It says Trey songs on here. This feels like a familiar type 1 within pitch like that. It's the phrase as far as saying some of these type pitches. And that question where the original type songs stem from within pitch like that, but I it's a more or less relative shorter type 1. So it is kind of within the questionnaire where some of these type 1s kind of stem from, but it says that it's possibly like an original song too, Shawty low pitch, like that's a hit type phrase, like a going for a city square and radio kind of polished romp within some type pitch. So it kind of has some frolic about a good pitch like that, just a kind of bright and more bright and cheery type 1 pitch like that. Just definitely some radio polish about this particular one. Trey Songz has a pretty satiny type hook on here, just eyeliner type runs and pitch like that. So just picking up some fares for like Goth Mist, other standard type Starlets pitch like that. Just hit that phrase, kind of missed the aspect, just like some Township. A nice kind of buzz bop within pitch like that. Just some. It's a good, nice, busy popping pitch just like that. Lottie Dottie's a hitting type 1. Good, nice tune within pitch like that. Good to get another song within this particular same format, like the Snoop Dogg type fair. Good pitches here. Lottie Dottie has a number of folks on here. This has at least Yo Gotti and Gorilla Zoe. Yeah, has Yo Gotti, Gorilla Zoe, and Gucci Mane on here. Good, nice pitches here. It's like a House Party Rumble and Red Cups distributed type tune within pitch like that here. Just initial kind of meme pack and unthaw as far as these pitches going to happen. Just the how goes it with pals pitch like that. What up on the reel. Some of these type pitches. Figure out the aspect within tons of this, how pals been doing. It's good. Good hit kind of G party within pitch like that as far as these players going to have. Just get to us the crunk type nest. Just kick off. Definitely kick off and pop corks. Good pitch like that. So just standard standard ball out of control and pitch like that. Hit type phrase amongst it. Get Money's a nice type 1 up here as well. It says Lil Kim on here. It's a good, nice pitch. Just kind of getting her on a ringtone type gems kind of pitch for us. And she was kind of on some of those type vibes. She was originally going to drop an album like 2007, 2008, but the singles didn't catch on. So we've been some hit type phrase to see her in like the Trina type era with like hit songs from Trina from like her 2008 album, The Baddest Bitch, like single again, and Look Back at Me as far as this pitch I think it's Look Back at It or Look Back at Me as far as this pitch so just a pitch for us saying good, nice pitches, but accent type accent type products. Get Money's like a throwback kind of ringtone bang. Good Lil Kim cameo definitely on here, pitch like that. She kind of has similar type cadence to Shawty Low on this song. Good, nice pitches, kind of getting her on some of that breathy typeness. Good hit pitches. Dance Hop definitely kind of on some It's Going Down type vibes, and it's not quite as it's within the relative type variety. It's Going Down, Patron, some stuff, ones like that. Just good type fares like that. Kind of bet you can't do it like me type vibes, but just not quite as dance centric with some of those type pitches. Just definitely a trap bang, some of the pitch. So kind of combines trap and ringtone. Not a super ton of ringtone on here, pitch like that, but some hit type phrase as far as saying. Not a full bound ton of ringtone off here, pitch like that, but just hit nice jumps as far as this pitch going to have an excellent type pitches. Trap of the Year is a hitting type 1. This has some similarities like Gorilla Zoe in early 2009 and OJ the Juice Man as far as these pitches going to have. Just like a nice hup and trap motivate to get towards here. Just late day kind of facilitate as far as those pitches going to have. So kind of more on like leftover, kind of more. It has some This particular one has some paper trail type vibes amongst it, but just kind of more ground level. More ground level typeness. It's kind of a more deflated, not to say deflated in terms of the quality, but just the aspect, not quite as like looming. Like songs like Whatever You Like and traces of Live Your Life, but just not quite as ubiquitous pitch like that. But hit that phrase for us saying just kind of OJ the Juice Man type vibes off of songs like Stupid and ones like that. Some stuff pitches like. Definitely feels like Hit Factory kind of trap run it up and like the daytime type dredge that just is like a good break free of like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock p.m. that you'd get from. Definitely feels like a de facto kind of OJ Juice Man type song pitch like that. Standard type phrase. Shawty Low is a part of some of this type fare as well within pitch like that. It's good. Good post out kind of dredge sunshine within pitch like that. Hit type phrase. Just beat a case of hitting type 1 as well as like a solid outcast, get some sunshine and drift as far as these picks kind of just standard commerce type phrase pitch like that, pick up some Burger King pitch like that. So it's the phrase as far as saying some of those type 1s is kind of the product of just traffic and standard taken care of pitch like that. Good nice pairs, shout out to folks kind of within the caught up tightness is the product of just coming through. Good soundscape as far as pitch like that kind of happens, similar to like folks like Plies and Trick Daddy and Masterpiece and stuff, folks like that. So excellent type pitches getting towards some of these type 1s, this kind of pitch like that. That was some of these type phrases. I'm trying to think of some other type 1s. I don't think I talked about I'm the Shit remix. I'm the Shit remix, like an early bird kind of future style strip club kind of running up to get towards here. Just trap back jumping, definitely just a buzzing type 1. Some of these type 1s, like I'm the Shit remix, kind of get to more trap type phrases. The sort of pop off and the shit that was getting ready to happen to 2010, 2011, 2012 pitch like that. So that has some of these type consolidations, but it's pretty good for early 2009 getting to some of these type prices. This was mildly before Future and kind of as Gucci Mane was starting to get like his full bound type wings with some of these trap velocities pitch like that. So hit that phrase amongst it. Another nice one within those conducts is Busted Open remix. It's like a bang kind of local venue sludge. Get towards here and turn up definitely within pitch like that. Just hypnotic in your system. Good affairs like that. Definitely need salt for some of these slugs. As far as these pitch happen by slugs, talking about the divas that are just slugging as hell pitch like that. Just definitely. These misses look like they so much as drop that they're going to throw their back out pitch like that. Definitely something that the phrase just getting to us the product as far as saying within pitch like that. We can go pick up some WD. We can go pick up some WD-40 around the corner for like $3.50, something like that if we need it. Pitch like that. Some of these hit their phrase just pitch as far as definitely some of these type traces of it. Good traditional kind of trap running up within pitch like the local type phrase, something that feels like hit standard kind of Gucci Mane Zaytoven type ness would be My Kitchen remix, like a miss like residential turn up to get towards here in house part. It's like a miss residential turn up to get towards here in house party blitz out as far as these pitch I'm excellent type ness definitely within pitch. So some of those type 1s, it's easy kind of late 2000s kind of Gucci Mane and Zaytoven pitch like that. Just hit type 1s, girls, those things that folks and pitch like that. Chicken Talk remix, the hitting type 1 as well as like a neighborhood stroll, food for less type pickups, pitch like that. Just very slosh, so the pitch. Now this is a real brief type 1. It's enjoying like the buzz now. Particularly by the time you kind of get to jam into this particular song and kind of has shifted to the next one as far as these fits down, but just a good nice 48. Good nice 48, 50 seconds of some of these type phrases and pitch like that. And I say 48 because the pitch, it takes a little bit for the song to kind of start within the pitch of getting past like the intro and the DJ typeness, but some of these type pitches within the aspect for as pairs can happen. It's definitely good nice food for less type jolt pitch like that, hit type phrase. Bricks remix is nice as well as like a stellar typical kind of local recentry to get towards just cooked tamales, good fares like that for folks in yourself. Good nice pitches here. Apple pie. Cooked tamales for folks in yourself, good pitch like that, just good delectables. Apple pies for Shawty and good pitch like that. Shawty meeting Diva sends a pitch, but good hit pitch as far as this person. I'm definitely lounging. It's kind of a trap sprawled out type 1 to some of the pitch of. Bricks remix, definitely a nice one to appreciate, like the lack of things for these folks got no with them pitches. Still the goings on for just the accommodations if it's hosting that you yourself have to take care of. It's accommodations that you yourself have to take care of pitch like that, but just the extra type phrase, this more local bound type of this it's more local bound type sifting and relish as far as these hit type pitches kind of have. So excellent type pitches there. Excellent type pitches there as far as this phrase can happen. Roll the Dice is a nice type 1. This has Coldplay on the hook. This is a good nice phrase. This has some Paper Trail type vibes and pitches like that, but it kind of combines it with like a Coldplay type hook. This is an original Shawty Low type song, so it's good nice pitches. It's an excellent type phrase getting like a hit song that was by Coldplay, I think off of like their late spring of 2008, possibly off of their late not as full-blown type sure, but it might be off of their late spring of 2008 album. Good nice pitches there within pitch like that. They had a pretty massive 2008 Coldplay did. I definitely need to get back to them within pitch like that. But to hit that phrase first saying, roll the dice like a solid early bird kind of 2010s dredge tackle to get towards here. Just coffee run and good nice coffee run and some reassurance for these pitch can happen with standard miss pitch like that. Just kind of a pep talk get towards the product. Just getting standard galley back on her feet pitch like that. It's kind of fray. Fuck Mondays, fuck McDonald's, some stuff pitch like that, some stuff phrase just amongst some of that type of product. They'll buy you a Frosty for something eating your quarter or something like that. Or some of those type pitches getting screwed out of some chainstones type pitches. Just the aspects for us saying. The coupon not working and pitches like that. Just definitely good to hit pitches here. Just good, nice one to toke to with them pitches like that. Not to get too kind of balmy and just kind of gentleman-like and pitch like that. So hit that phrase for us saying. It's not to say as if gentleman-like is the problem. Just a pitch and just not being too welcome at pitch like that. But just hit that phrase. Coffee runs definitely pick up like a mocha. Sounds the phrase peppermint mocha. Sounds type products within it. Just kind of definite paper trail type vibes with a combination of also like. I think it's called like Milo. I forget. It's kind of trickier type pronunciation too, like the 2008 Coldplay type album. But combination is Coldplay from 2008 and Paper Trail from T.I. from those particular times. Good pitch like that amongst them that. But coffee runs definitely. It's let. Leftover type product to just kind of a more post hour type reassuring pitch like that. Sounds type one. So just kind of. It has like. Just some more composition type trap than pitches like that, not the usual kind of dredge, not the usual type snarl type factor than pitches like that. So just some good nice phrase. Pep talks, good fairs like that. It's accent type pitches. I'm trying to think of some other type ones I haven't talked about off here. I don't think I talked about Work Your Wrists remix. It's like a good standard kind of neighborhood check-in, good pitch like that. Just Fritos in hand, definitely some type phrase like I was saying, good pitches like that. Hit type phrases, daps in politic with pals as far as these pitches can have. So just neighborhood type jostle. This is good familiar type traces with them pitches like that to like the dap pip type noise. To like the dap pip type noise and pitch like that amongst things that phrase for us. The aspects kind of having this standard type phrase. OJ the Juice Man, Gorillas. OJ the Juice Man, Gucci Man, Gorillas. Those sounds that folks is typical kind of Atlanta type spice them pitch like that hit type phrase amongst it. It's good nice kind of neighborhood just what up does pitch like that hit type phrase. Another type one's Perkit. Another nice one here is Perfect Woman as far as these phrases go. It's like a nice neo kind of flat game out type phrase. Just how you figure miss, sense type phrase. What's the recent need to know sense type price then pitch like that amongst standard mods within the after hours. Then the after hours type probably just some ducks. Some good hit dust satin as far as these phrases gonna go. So it is kind of venue type collect, but it's also just the pitch and just kind of out within the dust type airs pitch like that. So some of these type phrases kind of in between type places, kind of more depot type spots, leftover kind of food court typeness with like the later type product, just some check-ins. Car sit type fair in Parkside and City Square as far as those pitch games, the excellent type of this getting towards some of that, just kind of the more orangey kind of purpley skies type satin pitches like that hit type phrase amongst it. Hello, goodbye is nice off here as well as like a rock solid kind of Atlanta and Outcast kind of sunshine to get towards here. Just sifting, definitely I'd say as far as these folks having food for less type runs, pitch like that, standard type phrase. Just vodka pickups and Mr. Good bars, pitch like that. Some good nice phrase amongst it. Vodka for yourself, Mr. Good bars for standard mist and Diva cakes as far as these pitch gonna happen. Just some hit type phrase, leftover kind of transactions like that familiar kind of Idlewild typeness and paper trail typeness sounds that pitch amongst the phrase, just like the shifting of the tides is like the Atlanta type sound. It's like the Atlanta type sound was going down with them pitch, so some of the morphines and pitch like that. So hit type phrase kind of the product of it. It's good pitch as far as those first game, but yeah, definitely food for less type runs, pitch like that. Some stuff ones just get into the product to just standard kind of pick us, probably spend 5 or 8, spend like 5 or 13 bucks, good pitch like that. Some goodie bags, just good, nice products within the aspect, just good excitement along with it, pitch like that. Mr. Good Bar is going to be pretty nice for standard miss, good pitch like that. Trying to think of something else I haven't talked about off here, pitch like that. So I think that more or less might be the fray. So then pitches like that, that takes care of it as far as these pitches can happen. So yeah, 10 out of 10 mixtape, hit type phrase as far as these is going to happen. Now the only real weakness towards this product is just the fact that these full bound songs, you kind of get like snippets of these more so than the full bound type phrase. Like this mixtape will probably be a lot more blistering in quality. It's going to get a 10, but it's the pitches for us in. So these are products that a lot of these have like some good time modes. Now enough of these that had more lengthier descriptions, like some of these, for example, the remixes are kind of more the ones that were like full bound songs, like Busted Open remix, I'm the Shit remix. Some of these type ones like Perfect Woman, Hello, Goodbye, particularly Work Your Wrist remix, and there actually may not be a ton of these of them pitched like that, but some of these type ones, just the aspect, Busted Open remix is Busted Open remix like 2.5 minutes pitch like that. There's not a super ton of these, so it's the aspects for us saying the quality of this project is pretty good, but it's just more appetizers and shot in the arm, just kind of gets you primed and primed. Kind of gets you primed and primed and pitches like that as far as these press guns with them pitches. Good, nice appetizer. Good, nice appetizers, some excitement pitch like that, but it's as far as saying that a lot of these you're probably going to want the full bound type song, and I'm not as full bound sure if it's within the availability within some of the pitch, so products for saying, but it is some excitement, good pitch like that. So some of these type ones, the city square and neighborhood type dredge pitch like that, the Food for Less and Outcast type run since the pitch is picking up vodka and Mr. Good Bar since the pitch like that, the standard pickups for Miss, some date afternoons and evenings pitch like that, some house park and a trap type noise, kind of in between like degrees, like strip club type noise pitch like that within the in between type fashion, but also the pitch like some house party type catch ups with pals, definitely. Like some in between kind of house party catch up with pals, definitely some dap and standard what it do's pitch like that since the phrase for like the product of it. A little bit of winter kind of paper trail typeness, a good radio type banging like the Coldplay sampling song and pitch like that, some of the ones that have left, or it's kind of in between a number within the aspect. This has some radio glam about it despite the shortness of this product in terms of like the song lengths. It's the pitch for us, and it has some aspects of Coldplay from 2008, Paper Trail from 2008, and Outkast Idlewild from 2006. So it kind of combines those particular type ones, makes it like a compact typeness, and the pitch like some radio dredge. It's kind of the aspect amongst this with like some for like some Food for Less runs kind of thrown in and like a little bit of house party and trap type turn up with them pitch like that. So hit that phrase for saying good composition. The LC appeal with them pitch like that is just the factor that you probably are going to want the full type version of these songs. Now with them pitch, I realize that Shawty Low kind of has the flack of what he got, but these songs are definitely pretty blistering pitch like that, so it's very exciting. So in terms of the future, so yeah, the score. The score gets a 10, social score gets a 10 as well, based upon those pitches that I described, pitch like that. In terms of the future, the unfortunate aspect is the factor that Shawty Low is deceased, and it's almost the unfortunate aspect is Shawty Low is deceased and has been for almost a decade with them pitch like that. But it's the phrase for us saying like. I don't think he would have ever dropped his second album, even if he had been around longer than pitch like that. It did come out posthumously, but his pitches as far as saying it was the factoid that his album actually came out in 2008, but he passed in 2016. So it's the fair as far as saying, and a pitch for us saying that particular product within that time length. But it's a pitch for us saying it's the same thing with D. Pharrell, the product of it. Now I think Shawty Low would hate pretty badly like the product, like the mixtape type scene being demolished. On top of that, he was around for like Dat Piff still being around in 2016. So it's the fair as far as saying, but things have changed since 2016. There's this mixtape competition, so I don't know how we'd get more Shawty Low with them pitch like that if there weren't albums coming out. I just question what he would have thought of like the Drake and Kendrick beef and so on stuff. Right, so kind of have things in a different type of assortment. With pitch for us saying hit that products. He does have quite a few mixtapes. I'm going to get to it. Definitely going to get to a lot more. Several of these pitch like that, but. This hit type pitch as far as saying that this is a classic here within pitch. It is kind of on. It's kind of more or less in an appetizer type sense, but when these songs hit, they definitely do hit.